The matter chop hot.
Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye!
I have a letter to my brother MC Portfolio. Potty. Salute to you wherever you are. There's that crap said me meow come about there. You're fun, sir. This is a very interesting letter, and I wish my brother would listen to this particular letter and maybe take a cue from it, because it is very, very important and dear to my heart, which is why I would want to do this. So this is going to be a typical editorial where I am going to spit facts, I am going to spit wisdom as usual. I'm going to say it as it is, as they always say it. My name is Roland Amartey. This is live on Roland Report. So if you're watching, subscribe to this particular channel, recommend to others, and also let them enjoy and also share their views in the comment section. Salute to the officer Desert who says I'm pressing Portfolio snake, but he's the one holding the camera and helping me do this particular recording, and also to Shagzy for holding us down. Now let's go straight into the conversation. My brother MC Portfolio. Dear MC Portfolio, comma. I hope this letter finds you well. It is with great pleasure I would want to send this beautiful but realistic messages to you. And it is about life in the industry. Of course, when you are talking about some people who have garnered experience in this space, both online and offline, and even in their field of work, Portfolio is one of them. If not for anything at all, the past few years, when you go on the search engine optimizations, the SEOs, Portfolio's name has been one of the top names driving conversations. From Kumasi in the Ashanti region through to Accra, and even on national issues, you'll find Portfolio, especially if it is about entertainment. But in recent times, my brother has come under heavy criticisms, with some even as insults to his personality, some to his brand, and what have you. But then, I would want us to have this conversation, and this is where I want us to take it from. So, some time ago, this is what Portfolio wrote on his Facebook. He said, "There is a brewing hate energy gradually being fueled by fans and even media personalities between Kim Promise and Stonebwoy. And if we don't take care, it will graduate into another Shatta Samini. We have ruined their bond." And this is what came from my brother Portfolio. When I saw this particular letter, of course, we've already discussed this particular conversation before. But I would want to bring it back into this particular letter because of the message I would want to send to Portfolio. First of all, I want Portfolio to come to terms with reality and the position he holds and act accordingly. You see, looks as if my brother Portfolio not long ago even made a comment on DJ Slim's The Street is Watching, an interview with him, and out of that, from Stonebwoy's PRO by the Duchomwa. Now, this is why I would want Portfolio to come to terms with reality, know his position, and act accordingly. Not long ago, just last year, Portfolio campaigned heavily for Stonebwoy, and it was tilted towards Stonebwoy winning the Artist of the Year. Heavily. Ufa bibia Portfolio, bo bim tie, bim che, bim car, no the be send a car hon na fine kosi any ni bim pabo nyina unya ankobe share disaster bim boxes. But then, just 2025 looks like Portfolio has switched, and this time he is rooting for Kempaluta. From the beginning of this conversation, it did not come as Portfolio holding an official position on the camp or in the camp of Kempaluta. But Portfolio started the conversation as him being an industry person and seeing that Kempaluta deserves the Artist of the Year more than any other person that has been nominated in that same category. So that is how it started. Until recently, when he granted an interview with DJ Slim, and of course, the PRO of Stonebwoy by the Chumwa came to respond. In that response, or after that response, that is when Portfolio also came to write a very long letter to Vadedi Chumwa, and just at the tail end of that particular letter, he said, this is from MC Portfolio, PRO for Team Kempaluta. And from that onwards, some of us knew that, okay, if Portfolio did not have an official position in Paluta's camp, now he does. Now he does. And it is even what is pushing me for me to send this letter to Portfolio. Portfolio, the truth of the matter is, come to terms with reality and the position you hold. Because I have seen you make a post after that particular banter with Vadedi Chumwa. Portfolio, you wrote this, you came to write this on your Facebook page. You said, clarification, good morning. So last week after my interview with DJ Kweku Slim, my reference was rather to some Beam natives or fanatics I engage on social media or meet in person expressing disappointment and displeasure, and that was misinterpreted as management or top officials, which I cleared that same day. Unfortunately, my clarification did not spread as far as the misconception, causing a great deal of wrong narrative for the Beam brand. Almost all the top officials in the camp still follow me on my handles, so there is no way I meant any harm to the team by my statement twisted by clickbaiting news portals. It is only right that I do the needful so it doesn't shape false public narrative about any top official of the Stonebwoy brand. Apologies for any inconvenience caused as a result. Many thanks. Portfolio, I believe this particular statement was needless. You see, you are trying to please everybody. Bro, in this industry, you cannot please everybody. And that is why I would want my brother to come to terms with reality and the position he holds. Because as far as some of us are concerned, you did not disrespect the Stonebwoy brand in that particular interview. And you see the misconception that you are talking about. In that particular interview, Portfolio, you were very blunt and explicit. You said some people in the Beam camp. You were not specific whether it was a top official or top officials or even fans. When you say some people from the Beam camp, we have sections or different kind of people in the camp. We have those ones who are not the elite, like the fans. We have ones who belong to the middle class. They may not be in official top position, but their influence also helps in sustaining the brand. Maybe these were the people that you were referring to. So let me tell you where the misconception came from. The misconception did not come from those clickbait you are pointing fingers towards. The misconception came when Vadedi Chumwa, who happens to be the PRO, came to say, oh, did I hear you say some top officials? You see, think, bro, you did not say any top official. Just be clear with yourself. So know that in this fight of you trying to please your former boss, that is the Stonebwoy camp, whilst working for Kempaluta's camp, of which your utterances may not directly be towards against them, but is against them. Know that you cannot please everybody, especially at this particular point in time. You cannot please everybody. Whoever would want to twist your statement, it will be twisted. I've seen another post of you also trying to correct Ninoy when he also made or tried to talk about the banter between you and Vida on the Nama McBrown show. So you see, we are in a season where it is not everybody that will understand you. And you see the position that you hold, don't try. The only people you should try to please should be where you represent. The only people that should be top priority should be where you represent. Else, it will be very difficult for even the team that you are representing now to trust you even moving forward. Because at this point, they know where, they may be confused at where your allegiance is. Yes, everybody knows you have a soft spot for Stonebwoy and his brand. It is open secret. Everybody knows. But portfolio, as much as Stonebwoy's influence has helped your career to a certain level of extent, I believe at this particular point in time when you are at war and you are representing a different camp, that particular assertion should be toned down. It doesn't mean you have a problem with the brand Stonebwoy. It doesn't mean that they are your worst enemies. No. But you guys are in a competition. And know that the moment you enter into competition, see, I have, in all your interviews, I've seen you preach on 51,001 reasons why King Paluta deserves the Artist of the Year. And in none of those interviews have I seen you openly or directly disrespect Brand Stonebwoy. But you see, the things that you said, have you seen the likes of King Promise Mo also coming hard at you? No. Have you seen the likes of Koku Smoke Mo, Black Sheriff Mo, your friend said Joe Metal Mo, and Timiternity Mo coming hard at you? No. So you should understand the kind of conversation that is being like heavy about you in certain quarters. For the people to come hard at you like that, then you should be aware of about your name. They may not be your enemies, but you should also be mindful. Because at the end of the day, I am asking myself if I am part of King Paluta's team, whether to still go on and trust portfolio. Because what is the probability now that, okay, you'll be campaigning for King Paluta, but you go and vote for Stonebwoy? Fear delegates. Fear delegates. What is the probability? Another one is also understand this is the end of that neutrality charade that you've been having. That I am neutral, I am this, I am that, I am this. Oh, media, I want to be at peace with everybody, bro. Forget, we are in a political world, and of course, now self is a political season. Nobody is neutral. Therefore, portfolio, don't even try to please everybody with that neutrality charade that you've been keeping. It will not work. Know that this is the end. And you see, now that you have you are priding yourself as the official PRO for King Paluta, the chances that next year, if you want to hop on another camp, Ukroya, $10 your papa, Ukroya, wo SMU bim. Hey, opre, 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 papa. Portfolio. Yese ojonso fa akwa. Ene twa ehuru. 2024 Beam Camp. No, 2022-23 SM. 24 Beam. 25 Paluta. Sabe? Yebe huan se wakwa akudu da na samwa. Yesra unya abotre. Because portfolio, as much as you may want to present yourself at that as that top industry enabler, you can still do that and still represent a faction and do it well to the best of your ability. You don't need to jump camps. And like I said, this is the end of that neutrality charade, because you see the people that you're up against, they will tear you. I have seen another video of Badadi Chumwa. Say Badadi Chumwa. Salady, come friend saying, the old UTV on the Soka say Pandit. Oh, I have seen a video of her also coming hard at you. and none of them would spare you. Bro, it is a political season, and at this point, just accept it that way. At this point, just accept the fact that this is the end of that neutrality charade that you've been doing. Because at this point, nobody would see you as neutral. And again, you may not recover from the rift between other camps and be ready to accept it. You see the things that you are saying, and it comes back to the conversation that you raised about, your friend is saying, the conversation that you raised about the supposed hate energy that is brewing between King Promise and Stonebwoy Brand. You see, you here in your presentation, you highlighted two people, fueled by fans and even media personalities. And that is where I would want to open your eyes to this particular conversation. Here you blame two factions, but portfolio, you see that supposed hate energy that you captured in this post. This is how it starts. This is how it begins. And sometimes camps do not recover from this. It may not be direct, and just like yourself, some of the statements that you made, you saw how it was being carried even from the people from the opposite direction. And tomorrow, yes, you may try to explain yourself. You go explain. No evidence. And sometimes your words, certain things that you would say, all in the quest to praise your camp, may seem to be a disrespect to the other camp. See, whoever would want to have a problem with anything that you say, oye din kra, we will have a problem. Oye din pwa, they will have a problem. So at this point, your focus, your ultimate goal should be campaigning for the brand you represent. And to say, and then obey and a man kasa, and a man kasa, and a man kase, and a man yesi, and a man yesi. You trying to apologize in that particular post. I'm asking myself, portfolio then born our kind. Because that conversation, if it was twisted, it was not twisted by you. Obia want to see bia you obia na person beding. Because what you said, is it false? It is not false. Whether it is coming from fans, it is coming from fanatics, it is coming from people in the middle class who may not be in an official position in portfolio. Is what you said a lie? No, then why should you come and apologize, bro? Why should you? Why should you? Because you want to please everybody. Whatever you did for Stonebwoy is there in the public domain. The love Stonebwoy showed you is there in the public domain. You campaigning for Kempaluta and the things that you are saying is not a disrespect to the brand Stonebwoy. You understand? It's not a disrespect to the brand Stonebwoy. So if anybody would want to use that as a form of disrespect to come to you, then portfolio. This is when you should come to terms with reality. To some of us, or to some people in the space, they would understand that, oh, this is one of the seasons where, yes, ututubi mame, nama tutubi amao. But we will not take it to heart. It is one of those things. It is one of those periods. It is one of those moments. We will not take it to heart. A typical example is Shatta Wale and DJ Slim. This is somebody that Shatta said he was not even going to mention his name. But not long ago, he posted him. Because you see Shatta Wale, he understands times and seasons. So, yes, yesterday you said this, you did that. I didn't like it. And he registered his displeasure. But you see, when it comes to the game, he posted Slim. And he said, yes, this is how we should be doing it. But you see, some people, unfortunately, they may not have the same understanding. To them, whatever you are saying now is a form of bullet to them. And you see the rift between you and them. it is for life. It is for life. And suppose hate energy between the King Promise and the Stonebwoy camp that you are talking about. This is how it started. So, Portfolio, I want to ask you, are you also starting a hate conversation between King Paluta and the Stonebwoy camp? Because out of what you said, and out of the reply that came from Badeni Chuma, and also out of the letter that you also replied, we all heard what Saliman also came to say. Basa, Nyama, Chaka, Gota to Gota. So, Potty, please come to terms with reality. Don't try to explain yourself to anybody. Because whatever you are doing, you are being paid for it. Unless you want to tell me, say, you are not being paid for it. Even if you are not being paid for it, there are certain things that you would also stand to benefit if it goes your way as planned. So please, take responsibility for whatever your words are and own them with pride because you said it. And the things that you are saying about King Paluta is never a disrespect to anybody. They can also praise their own favorites. So, bro, think about this. And also know that how things are being twisted and all of that, you have no control. Bro, come to terms with that reality also. You see the things that we say as representatives of brands, some of them, like the parable of your friend said, the sower in the Bible, some of their seeds will fall on fertile lands. Others will fall on thorns. Others will fall on rocks. So, you see the ones that will fall on rocks and thorns and other unviable places, you don't have control over. The only place you have control over are the people or the ones that may fall on fertile lands. Those are the ones that you need to protect. See, the people who don't want to think in this industry, wopa, biomo dream say, biomu trimu, nani ya opesa okano, bombone se keshire, ana bombone se paper, nefa shin, let uya, kopeso in machine, nefa so, still honoring. Still honoring. And also, know that this particular season breeds rivalry. And it is normal. It is normal. It has nothing to do with hate. You see, mama, she say I hate word no. Chemo beka elusu value. You say kita cry anyway. Because obi ka bibia na hate. Obi ka bibia na hate. Obi ka bibia na hate. It has nothing to do with hate. This is a political season. And you should be ready for that backfire. So today you are here and I want to clarify this. And I want to do this. And I want to do that. And I want to do this. And I want to do that. Bro, speak your truth. And leave them to consume whatever they want to consume. Speak your truth and leave them to consume whatever they want to consume. At the end of the day, you are not doing anything criminal. Has Stonebwoy himself come to say you've disrespected him? No. But also, don't be naive. The Bible says, don't be naive about the schemes of the wicked one. Bro, don't be naive about the wording of the representatives of Stonebwoy. Because their wording and their statement represents the mindset or the conversation that is going on in the camp. So when the PRO makes a statement, you don't even qualify even to our AOB sessions. Bro, or you su and yet singular, plural, or say yang. Just say, oh, yeah, meeting. Obi will be can say, young friend trasso, and I be chile biomana. Oh, you have a cock or top your table or patches and no crap would impump him. Won't come crap. And she used yang. That should tell you something, bro. That should tell you something. I have another letter. And this letter, that particular letter, is a joint letter for you and DJ Slim. There's something that I have observed. And that one too, I will drop it at the appropriate time. But now, let me package this for my brother. I wish you well in this beautiful campaign. But before I wrap up or I say goodbye, let me also entreat you to also find cage for your heart. Because you see the season that you are in. Last year, O campaigning my Stoneboy, FI. This year, you are doing for Kimpaluta. Don't be complacent. Because we've seen somebody. Ewo TGM ya wabo 7-0. Onya 7 nominations. One for Bakukra. Medical. Obo clean sheet 7-0. So don't be complacent, my brother. Yes, it is very good you don't show weakness on the battlefield, especially when you are campaigning. But also safeguard your heart, because the last time you made a statement saying, Kimpaluta Winia, you stop anything to America portfolio. Mekan reach level. Nyani aje oba Simon Flex was survivor bonu guso. Any oba aje de homa mu. Cause Accra had it. It's a higher man. Shawana to Janabra. But these are just some few words that I would want to share with my brother. Bro, just take your time. Study the environment. Know that you cannot please everybody. You can do one thing at a time. And this time, if it is for Kimpaluta, speak your truth about Kimpaluta. The misconceptions, people twisting it, and know that those people, if they don't twist it, they will not be able to come at you. They will have no material to come at you. So when you said, oh, some people in the Beam camp, they had to twist it to say some top officials, so that it will make sense when they are coming at you. So, bro, this is just some simple letter to my brother portfolio. And just like any other advice, you can take it. Now, swallow it and move with it. Or, wait a minute, be able to go to game. The ones that you think you need, you can take them. The ones that you think you don't need, you can shove them aside. But then, just pay attention to some of these instances, and you would understand where I'm coming from. My name is Roland Amartey. I wish him well in this campaign, and I hope whatever his heart desires come to pass. If you find this letter, make sure it reaches my brother, Jermaine Portfolio, aka MC Portfolio. Until then, I'll see you in my next video. But share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. What do you think about my letter to Portfolio? I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.
The matter job hot. Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye! Hey!